friends, welcome back to No MAAM. Jhoany and I told you on our last episode that we are doing a fantasy draft drag race style. And so this time we are here recapping RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 1.
But before we get into all of it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No MAAM.
Yes. Now, friends, we are joined by an extra special guest. If you like us, you'll love him. Welcome, Matt, aka Belak Boy, to No MAAM. Welcome.
Ciao, thank you for having me. Happy New Year to the both of you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
you too.
It's very lovely to have you. I've been watching you for like a couple years now, and I love your videos, especially on TikTok.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. It's been like, I've been doing TikTok, I think, for maybe like 5 years, almost over 6 years, and then YouTube for about 2 years now. And so thank you very much for saying that. I really appreciate it.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
TikTok was that old.
Yeah, I think I started in 2019. I
Oh,
want to say
wait.
it was like, yeah. Well, that's when
Yeah.
I started posting like on TikTok, period. But my drag race content, I want to say I started in like 2021.
I just realized like got on TikTok like during the pandemic, and the pandemic was like 6 years ago now. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I just made the math.
Yes.
Lord.
I mean, I love your videos because I like your journalistic approach to analyzing seasons. It just fuels my spirit. I don't know. It's something about just like doing your research. Because, listen, everybody is a critic these days. Everybody wants to critique Drag Race. Everybody got an opinion. But the girls be like Ginger. They be lying. And like, but they don't come with the facts. But it's something about the videos that they always make sense. They're very pointed. They're very specific. And they give facts. And that's something that I enjoy when I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, wait, I don't know why I didn't think about that. Like, that's always great. And so that's kind of what I appreciate about your videos.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate that a lot. I do take pride in a lot of the fact that I do also take like a journalistic approach in my content. We watch this show where a lot of queens put a lot of on the line, and they put their art out to be consumed by the world and the audience. And I think it's only fair that the audience puts that same effort and respect back towards them. And so I feel like I use sort of that way to research and to sort of give well-crafted videos. And I am proud of that work. And that's why I do call it well-crafted, because I think that's the effort that these queens deserve back, if that makes sense.
It definitely does. And that's absolutely correct.
Yes. And what we love especially is that you spotlight and highlight the international seasons. And I think that's also really great too, because they need the representation as well. And sometimes, no shade, sometimes the international seasons a little better than the American seasons.
España.
Oh, all the time nowadays, I think.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion, but yeah.
Well, listen, I gotta say, like, especially in the past couple of years, I'm saying, like, España, Philippines, France has been going toe-to-toe with the U.S. franchise for the past 2 years at least. And it's just, I would say, like, probably the only U.S. season in the past couple of years that's even come close to some of the international seasons. Philippines 3 or France 2 is season 15. That's the only one I'd say in the past couple of years.
Yeah, definitely. I think something that I see online a lot is that a lot of fans hate the talent show in the US season, but they don't watch the international seasons. And España specifically has some of the best talent show performances like ever. Like season 2 of España has got to be the greatest talent show of all time. And I think if people watch that, they would understand why they have those talent shows.
Absolutely.
And also, I mean, we have to give a little shout out to Canada's Drag Race, because Canada's Drag Race has been bringing it. It is something about seeing Brooklyn Heights like host that show, and just the caliber of like how she treats the queens, just the talent on the show. They are hilarious. Season 6 is giving me everything I needed and more. So I'm excited.
And they always have the best twist on challenges too. They don't always work out, but I appreciate the twist.
It only took them 6 seasons to figure it out.
Sure. Now, speaking of twists, this season didn't really have a twist, but we got a different way for the queens to enter the workroom. Now, I've seen a lot of discourse about this online. Some people love the fact that the queens came in the dark, and others said they did not like it because they felt like it muted a few of the entrance looks.
I agree with the latter. I did not like it. I want to see every little detail that went into these looks because these girls, a lot of them, not all of them, think about into what their like entrance look is going to be because it's the presentation to the world. And I do think it was a disservice to them to have the lights so dimmed. And I feel like it just took some of the energy away that you usually get when the queens are entering and that excitement that you usually feel as they're walking in one by one.
Completely agree. I think that the walking in the dark kind of accentuated features that normally wouldn't be. It kind of made some of the poor features of some of the looks emphasized a bit. Especially, it also, one of the things I noticed too is that it also like really was harsh on a lot of the queens' makeup. When they walked in that harsh spotlight, the first one I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say the name out loud. Athena Dion. Her makeup was looking very dark when she walked in that spotlight. You know what I mean? So I think walking in on the spotlight, it's a good idea, but I do think that they kind of didn't consider that. It might have not given the effect that they were going for.
They could have given they could have given them a warning at least, like, hey, by the way, you're gonna walk in and it's gonna be a big spotlight. It's gonna be dark.
Right.
Maybe adjust your makeup a little bit.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I didn't mind the newness of them walking into the dark workroom. I didn't mind it. I get so excited for new seasons to come on. One, because I love to see the entrance look. Two, I love to hear the entrance line. And this season, no shade, I was really disappointed with a lot of the entrance looks and a lot of the entrance lines. Some of them, I think I look at it maybe because I'm spoiled from season 17 and I really enjoyed those entrance lines because they told me a lot about who particular queens are. Shout out to Jules Sparkles because I thought that her entrance line and her look match. It was all very bubblegum. Ariana Grande, like I loved it. But this season, I didn't get anything from the entrance lines, except for Can You Please Her? Yes, I know who she is right off the bat. Know who that queen is. Mikey Meeks, I understand exactly who she is. She's like, hi, my name is Mikey, but you can call me Mikey. Got it.
That was my favorite one. That was my favorite one. And honestly, the only one that stuck to me in a positive way, because the only other line that I can think of, and it's not because I liked it, it's because I really didn't like it, was Juicy's, and it was, what was it? The Princess of Miami and Mykonos has arrived. I was like, that's a little long.
And you saw the face she said, "But the juice is loose." She goes, "But the juice is loose." And I said, well, what she should have said that in the beginning, because that would have made sense to who she is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she couldn't decide on which one she wanted, so she just went with both.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I do want to give an honorable shout out to "Why Are You Recording Me?" from Briar Blush. I thought that was funny.
It was cute, but then the attitude she had right after was kind of a turn off.
I have thoughts on Briar. My thought is that she is from Boston, and we know so far, like the Boston girls, they come on and they have really big personalities, and they tend to either be really polarizing. Either we like them or we don't. Like Boston queens, so far between Plain Jane and Corey King, either you liked Plain Jane or you hated Plain Jane. And I loved me some Plain Jane. Corey King, not so much.
Corey King outside of Drag Race, yes.
Yes, but Corey King on Drag Race, I wasn't a fan. And it's no shade to her. I think she's hilarious. I don't think that she really showed who she was on season 17. Absolutely not. But Briar, I think Briar feels, so far, I'm not sure. Hopefully she changes in the other episodes. But for me, what I got is that she's coming in from Boston and she feels like she needs to be the villain. Because her coming straight to the table and not saying anything, I thought was very performative.
Well, from what I've gathered since the premiere and from what people have said about Briar in the past, and I've been following Briar for, I want to say, like about 3 or 4 years on TikTok especially, but from what I've gathered from the other girls and everything, I think Briar is just like that. Briar is just like that. I know she got involved with some drama with Jan like 3 years ago or so. So I think she's just like that. And I kind of live for her. Because I feel like with like Plain, you could tell like Plain was putting on a character. But like I think Briar is just that character every day.
I do think part of it is Briar, but I do think she's definitely playing it up more for the cameras. Mm-hmm. And my thing with Briar is you can really tell the difference between like kind of younger, newer queens versus the older queen, especially when she was having that, not really an argument, but that little, reading session with Athena, and she tried to comfort her, and the way Athena just gave it back tenfold. And Miss Briar didn't know what to say. Like, you could tell right then and there, like, like exaggerating this persona for the cameras, but she can't really deliver it to the extent that some of the older queens can. Like that
I
cattiness,
mean,
she's gonna be
how can
dragged
you
by Athena.
how can you go against there's a difference between help and advice and you need both? How can you what is the rebuttal? Like there is none. Like you have to just
My
look in the camera and
gosh.
go,
Have you two seen that tweet that Jane Don't tweeted with this video, with the video of the Athena and Briar fight?
I have not. What did you say?
Okay, let me read this out to you guys. The thing to understand about Briar and Athena is that they're both equally powerful and equally annoying. Two cosmic entities locked in an eternal struggle to do the most. Eldritch horrors in an ongoing war across time and space that nobody but the viewing public will win.
I love that. I love that. I can't wait playing Jane. I love that.
leave it up to yeah. That was a good one. What else she said? She said
She said
you're
you
doing
wear
less with
no. So Briar said you had more fabric than I did, and then she said because you wear less clothes than I you wear less clothes than I do with more to cover up. How does that work?
that.
Where does
That
she
was
get
the
off?
dialogue.
Listen,
That's when she
Athena
just
was
had to look
dragging
at the
her.
camera and just be like, "Where did she get off?" Because she had no rebuttal.
Athena was dragging her. Like, she was dragging her. And that's old school drag, though. Like, that is what we have missed on Drag Race. I know I have missed that on Drag Race. That's that old school drag. It's a little bit of pageantry in that, but that's seasoned shade. That it will gather you and you don't realize that you just got gathered. Like, it took Briar a few seconds to realize, oh shit, Athena just came for me. Like, and she processed it like while the cameras were rolling, and so she had to break the fourth wall. Like
There was no way out
it
of
really
it.
was
No, there wasn't.
I just
So what do
I
we?
just hope the fans don't come for these queens when they're shady, because I hate when they start attacking them because of like shady competition like this. These new fans would not be able to handle season 2 or 3 of Drag Race, and I stand by that every day. They would have canceled all those queens. But this is what we need. This is the TV we need.
Yeah. What did you guys think of the mini challenge?
You mean the Abracadabra music video shoot?
If you that, yes.
I thought it was cute. Kenya was funny. I don't really remember much of it, honestly. It wasn't the most memorable mini challenge. But there was some funny moments.
Yeah, I think Kenya was the funniest. I remember really laughing at hers, but she just kind of has that personality and that star quality that really you just laugh at when she does something silly like that, you know?
And I'm surprised nobody said Alicia Edwards. Like, I'm surprised nobody is talking about the Alicia Edwards of it all.
That's just RuPaul being RuPaul. I'm surprised she remembered her last name, honestly. I'm surprised she got that close to her name.
It reminds
Alicia
me of
Eddy.
that bit that Trixie said. Trixie said, Ru is an equal opportunity name forgetter. She forgets everyone's name. And I just thought it was really funny because Ru really thought that Alyssa Edwards was Alicia Edwards.
She did.
There's one name she never forgets, though, and that's Lauren Shady. She will never forget her.
100%. 100%. And then what I love about Ru is that Ru is quick with it, which is why Ru can, like, Snatch Game is Ru's thing. Because she was like, Alyssa Edwards is what Nini Coco said. And she's like, yes, because her secret is her real name is Alicia. Like, that right there is good. And I had to give Ru credit for that because that was good. I was like,
it's
good save.
Sometimes I have my doubts about RuPaul, but every now and then she reminds me why she's still Mother. You know what I mean? And I feel like her being able to like save that Alicia Edwards moment like that, I was like, yeah, that's why she's the host of this show.
Fully, 100%. So yes. Okay. Now, the main challenge is the unconventional challenge. And I saw that we haven't had this challenge or this version of a challenge since they said, I think season 11. Season 11 had the same kind of challenge in which they had like chests, like big old treasure chests from like the different seasons prior to season 11. And then they had to do a design based on like the fabrics and stuff from those individual seasons. And this was the episode that I do believe Brooklyn Heights won because she had that blue latex with the orange.
The detox look.
Yep. And so we're now seeing that on season 18. But prior to that, the last couple of seasons has been talent shows. So are we excited the fact that they are moving away from the talent show in the beginning, or do we miss the talent show?
I like the talent show, but I think in the US seasons, they kind of get repetitive, honestly. I still want to see it because I think we always get some exceptional ones. And I still want it on the season. I just don't know when they're going to put it. If they do it. Because if they're going to do a talent show, I want all the queens to participate.
Right. Yeah, I liked that this season is kind of like really bringing it back to basics. I enjoy the fact that we're kind of going back to a design challenge for the premiere because I feel like that's kind of Drag Race at its roots, especially because it's so like indicative of what a drag queen is, you know, having to create a look on the fly with whatever materials you have. You know, I think I really like that. But I do kind of like the talent show as the premiere. I understand the criticisms that everybody's just going to do a bitch track and whatnot, but I do like it because it's the easiest way to get introduced to these queens. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a give and take for me.
Gotcha. No, I agree. Also, I think design challenges sort of weed out the girls who can't sew. And it has been 18 seasons and girls still get on the show and cannot sew. So I honestly think that they're doing it on purpose.
Not too much on Ebony Nobel.
Ooh.
We love her.
Yes. But I think this is where Athena was really smart because she said, I'm getting on the show. Oh, I'm going to go buy not one or two. She said 25 sewing lessons. And that was really smart because you know there's always going to be at least one sewing challenge. So it was very smart of her to be able to learn how to sew enough to just put something together. It doesn't have to be the best. It just has to be enough to get her through to the next week. And that's exactly what she did.
Do you think it's shady that she didn't help Juicy?
Yes and no. At the end of the day, it's a competition. I guess that's your daughter. But it's competition, and you kind of have to look out for yourself before you look out for anyone else.
Okay. What about you, Matt?
That's a tough one. Because I think, you know, that is your granddaughter. You know, go help her. But also, we do have to consider the fact that are Athena's sewing skills good enough that she would have been able to help Juicy? She,
also true.
I don't know. So I don't know. It's like, it's kind of a push and pull, but I don't mind that she didn't help Juicy because, you know, like Van Gogh said on this past week's episode, it's like you got to put the mask on yourself first. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I don't mind that she worried about herself first. It's the first week. She knows that Juicy can lip sync out of anything, so she probably wasn't worried about her.
Yeah,
true. But if the outcome would have been different, and it was a bottom two, right? Like, that would have been really shitty because you were safe and then your granddaughter's in the bottom in the first episode, having to lip sync for her life. And so I look at it like that. Obviously, it played out to where it needed to, but at the same time, it was like Athena became safe and Juicy's is in the bottom two. So I like the untucked moment that they had. I thought that was very sweet and very endearing, but I can see why Athena did what she did.
She should have made sure she took some sewing lessons too. Because the bitch didn't even know how to put in the needle. Or thread the machine. That's crazy. She started sewing without thread on the machine.
That's true. But you also have to realize that when you are the caliber of Athena Dion, right, you don't need to sew. You can get your costumes made for you.
That was Juicy.
No, but I'm saying what I'm getting to is that when you're in the Dion family, right? So Athena doesn't have to sew. Athena just is smart enough to say, I'm going to take these. Like, I'm going to take these lessons. She probably thought Juicy was going to take the lessons too. Now, Juicy's a Dion. Like, she's a love Dion. So, again, she also doesn't have to sew. But I just think when you are auditioning for the show, there should be some things that you just at least know what character you're going to do for Snatch Game. Learn how to sew maybe like a bodysuit or a simple slip dress. You don't have to be the greatest at it, but learn how to like know your patterns and what works for you.
Together. That's it.
Yes. There's staple challenges that you know Drag Race may have a variation of, and there's going to be always some challenges in which they're going to throw you for a loop because that's what they do. But at the same time, you should at least know how to use the machine. So, but all right, those are our thoughts. Now I cannot wait to hear everybody's thoughts on these looks because that's what I'm really excited for. So that's when the shade comes out. Right now we're a little nice. The shade normally comes out when the looks come. So I'm like, Okay, I know the friends is like, we're the shade. Here we go. Okay. So here is how this season is going to play out for us. So just if you're new here, Jhoany and I, we are doing Fantasy Drag Race. And so we each chose our teams. The reason why VITA and Darlene is here, because they were both our first draft picks. So technically, I kind of view them as like team captains for us. We have points that's going to be earned for challenge wins if our queens become in the high or top 2. If queens are safe, if the queen is in the low or the bottom 3. If they lip sync for their life, they get negative points. And then obviously, if they go home, they get the most negative points. We also have some bonus points in which, if they're a mini challenge winner, they get a couple of points. If they won the reading challenge. And if we are recapping this and we both agree that the look isn't over, then we get some bonus points too. So, first up, we have Athena Dion. What are we thinking?
Just the runway look, right?
Yes, just a runway look. That's it.
For me, that was a meh. You could tell that she's not a seamstress, but again, she took enough sewing lessons that she could pull something out and enough to just get her by. I think the idea was there. I just think the bottom of the skirt was a little too high. I think it needed to be a little bit lower. The waistline needed to be a little bit lower, and then the pink over the green kind of muddied it out, and it wasn't very pleasing. Overall, it's not like bad, but I don't think it was necessarily good either.
I am going to agree. I'm giving it a meh. I think we've seen much better design looks, but I also think we've seen much worse design looks. Like this is something much better than I can myself do. But this is something, there's 13 other girls there. You only have to make something good enough to get by, and I think this is good enough to get by. It's cute, it's fun. I do agree about the short maybe needing to be a little bit longer, but yeah, it's perfectly passable.
I agree. I also give it a meh. Now, I think the photo does the look a disservice. I think it makes it even worse, like just in still. I think it looked better in motion. But I do agree that because of where the green is placed, it does get muddy. And also, just the way that the bottom of the skirt is not very flattering to Athena's shape. And then she wasn't wearing any pads. So the top just looks a little like flat chested because there's no pads there. She's not wearing any like titties. And then the bottom is like so wide. So it does make her a little heavier. And we know Athena is not heavy. So like, but she did what she could with the materials that she had.
I mean, it
Because
was
she has more fabric for less body.
Wake it up. Wake it
or whatever
up.
She said.
Wake it up. Yes. Okay, speaking of less fabric, let's move on to
Is it Briar?
Briar Plus. Yes, and I did it on purpose.
You shady bitch.
I told you this is where the shade comes. I thought
You
I was
shady
joking.
bitch.
Yes. So what are we thinking about Briar's look?
It's the same as Athena for me. It's a meh. I don't think it's the most interesting look we've had. I think she did a good job with the corset, but then the bottom is just tights. That's all it is. It's not very interesting.
I didn't realize Jhoany would be so nice because I was considering a no ma'am.
I mean, your feelings are your feelings. Let her have it.
I did not like this. I did not like it. I love Briar Blush, but I did not like this at all. Makeup is amazing. Her headpiece is cute. Everything below that, not my fave. Not my fave. It's just like, it is just a well-decorated corset. I'll give her that. But at the end of the day, it is corset. And I think this picture is doing even a bigger disservice than Athena's picture was doing. Because it's just like, you kind of look at it and you just see like the tulle wrapped around the waist and then the corset and then the tights. And it's like, that's it. But I absolutely live for Briar Blush. But unfortunately, I am going to be a little shady and give her a no ma'am.
Yeah, I agree. This is a no ma'am. I didn't get the cat. I'm sorry. Like, honestly, I didn't look at this and said, kitty. Like, that's not what I got.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a red kitty. And I'm like, I'm confused.
See, when I first saw this, I thought it was like a cheap, like Wanda Maximoff costume. I didn't get Kitty either.
Was she going for Kitty?
She said Kitty, yeah. And that's why.
Yeah, and the little. And the thing right here is like the kitty toy that you put in front of them and they try to catch it. Yeah. There's a tail. You just can't see the tail in the photo, but she has a tail. She does. She fully has a tail. I didn't understand the kitty reference. And it's just, for her to say that she was going to help Athena and her look like this, girl.
What was the
Like,
fabric they were fighting over? The tulle?
the tulle fabric for some gloves. And I'm like, girl, like,
And neither
this
of the
is
looks
what
worked out?
I
hello.
will say, I think Briar is lucky that there were 3 girls who did worse than her this week.
I think there were more than
Because
3 girls.
Gagged it. Because in my opinion, I think this is the 4th worst look of the week. So she barely made it to save.
She did. It was barely, like, barely, child. Like, it was nurse. That's all I kept saying. That's literally all I kept
Not
saying.
nurse.
Nurse.
Ooh, nurse.
Yes. That's all I kept saying when she came out was nurse. And I'm like, this is, I don't know. This is the second look that I'm just like underwhelmed by. And I'm like, it's season 18. I get it. The design challenge threw these girls for a loop. I understand, but we could tell. We can see it. It's like bad. All right. Then we have Sierra Miss. What are we thinking?
I love this look. This was one of my favorites of the night. This isn't over for me. And the reason for it is it reminds me of X-Men. It's very Nightcrawler, and I love it. I wish she would have mentioned that, but I'm guessing they didn't allow her to mention it. But I love this look. I love the yellow contrasting with the blue. I think she looks great. It lets us know who she is. I adore like everything about this.
Yes, I loved this as well, especially knowing that she was able to construct this really kind of difficult silhouette with the fabric that she was using. It's not even fabric. It's like more of like a, what did she say she was using? Like raincoat? Not.
I think it was something like that.
Sort of like a vinyl, but like not a vinyl fabric, like something else. But I don't recall what she was saying. But knowing
she said PVC.
knowing what, yes, that's what it was. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I think her being able to use that as the base of this outfit and create still such a sophisticated silhouette is amazing. I'm gonna give it a yes, ma'am. I think. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I have to agree. This is a yes, ma'am. It's not an over for me, unfortunately. I didn't think it.
You just don't want to give me my points.
No, and I would be strategic. Yes, part of me will be strategic, but also no. Now, I saw. Okay, yes, I see the X-Men reference.
Yes.
I see a little bit of Nightcrawler mixed with a little bit of Mystique, and then obviously top it off with a little Lady Deathstrike. Got to put all 3 of them together. I think you put it together. It's like Mystique Strike, but
No, don't have a strike.
It works.
Don't give yourself.
It's
a
like
strike.
right, because I almost said we'll workshop the name, but I see and I said this on our previous episode, what I think is going to happen, and I hope it doesn't, but historically, this is what we've seen, is that alternative queens get a bad rap. And I don't want this for Sierra because I think she's going to bring a freshness as far as like personality, aesthetic, and just overall look to this season, and I think it needs to be represented. And so I'm excited to see what look she brings. And I think this is a through line from her entrance to the runway. And I love that she designs her looks too. So I think we're in for a treat. Hopefully the production doesn't show that, she needs to change her makeup and she's too alternative. Like, I don't want that for her.
I hate when they give them that critique.
Yeah, because you said what happened with Dawn. It was like, Dawn maybe needs to change your makeup and then not have the elf ears. And
they only
I don't
give
like
it
when
to
that
alternative
happens.
queens. Yeah.
Yes.
You never see them telling the pretty girl, we need to see you in fucking alternative makeup.
They told Charity Case to change her makeup by episode 3, but Ella Vidae wore the same wig and same makeup for the entire season. Never said a word.
Listen, not too much on Ella Vidae because I live for her. I'm like, not too much on Ella Vidae.
No, I live for her
Nigella
too.
Lawson still is one of my favorite Snatch Game characters.
Micro Wale.
To this day, that's what I say. Somebody gets me. All right. Next up, we have Darlene Mitchell. What are we thinking?
I don't think it's bad. It's just not the most interesting look compared to some of the other girls. I think it's cute. I do wish it was just a little bit longer. That's it. And then it probably would have been a yes, ma'am.
I'm going to agree. I'm also going to give it a meh for the exact same reason. I think it just should have been a little longer. We kind of see like a lot of these nightgown sort of silhouettes, but like the ones that only cover the bodice. But I think what makes it fashion is if it goes just below the hip. So I'm going to give it a meh as well. But it's cute. It's fun, you know?
Yeah.
I also give it a meh. And I honestly didn't want it to be longer. I actually thought she should have just give us a bra and panty. I think she should have went full Victoria's Secret model. I think if she would have done that with those legs and her height, I think it would have been with a maybe a big ass bow at for the bra. I think it would have been everything. I think she could have pulled the Bones. When Bones came
Really?
out with that bra and panty, I didn't like it. But I think Darlene, if she would have came out with the bra and panty with those legs and that model-esque walk, I think it would have been great.
I don't
Interesting
know.
proposition.
Maybe if she revealed into that. I hate when they just do a bra and panty for a design challenge.
Go with it. Go for it. I think she should have went for it. Because this little high-low that's happening when we can see the panty, no, it didn't do anything. No. Is that a weird length? So either she's gonna go really short or go high in the front and low in the back, or she's gonna go to the to where it should be with the 90. She
could have brought it down lower and just opened up the front.
She could have, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying she should have went full. She said she wanted to go bedroom queen. She should have went full bedroom queen. Lean into it, Darlene. You heard it from me. Go full Sammy Landry.
I love Sammy.
Love her.
Go full mall drag. Go for it. Wet seal. Yes. Full wet seal. Do it. Just do it. Okay. Then we have Didi Fuego. What are we thinking?
Literally, when she walked down that runway, when she turned that corner, my initial, first thing that popped into my head, I need to throw this bitch back. I don't want her anymore. I was I made a mistake. And she was my second pick.
She was.
But I really did not like this. I think this picture is actually doing it service, and it actually looks better in the picture than in movement. Because in movement, it looked horrible. The fabric was going everywhere. It just reminded me of emergency fire blanket. That's all I saw. She was walking down the runway. I think neck up, she looks great, beautiful, but that outfit was not cute at all. And honestly, I did not like when she was at the table right after she entered and she was introducing herself to the girls. And she was like, I'm a Latin queen, but I'm not a cha-cha bitch. That just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know. I was kind of ooh, Didi Fuego. New York girly, love you, but kind of regretted my choice at the moment.
But I mean, before I let Matt go, we have to wake up why she said that. I think I have an idea of why she said it.
I mean, yes, it's because she doesn't want to be stereotyped and kind of be put into a box. But at the same time, I think the tone and the way she said it just kind of came across as I don't want to associate myself with that at all. Even though she's been very vocal.
Yeah, I mean, Athena helped her
from Mexico.
Athena, fully 100%. Athena helped her alleviate, bring some levity to that. Because if not, I don't think it would have been a funny moment if Athena didn't say, "But your last name was Fuego." So yeah, right. I don't think if she would have done that, it would have landed the way Didi wanted it to.
Yes, ma'am. I am giving this a yes, ma'am. This is my hot take of the night. I am giving this a yes, ma'am. And hear me out. I definitely think there is a question of taste. I think the combination of the sort of baked potato, tinfoil, and the rainbow torso, that's definitely don't go together. However, I think this is one of the best constructed outfits of the runway this week. I think a lot of this outfit is very well put together, even if the materials themselves do not match a lot. I liked it. This is kind of one of my favorites. Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I will give you that part of the construction because I did text Will because we were watching the episode, and I did text him. I was like, the only good part about this is she actually constructed that corset well. That color part was constructed well, but I hate the look. I hate it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in the middle, and this is my meh. The reason why is for both of it. Literally is what both of you have said, right? There's a taste level here in which we got to talk to Didi. When we see her in New York City, we gotta be like, child, Didi. We gotta have a come to Jesus moment with Didi. Now, because our rest in peace, Jiggly Caliente, our other New York City sister, She was the first baked potato couture. She did it first. The doors jiggly
Mhm.
has opened. I don't know why Didi, out of all fabric, she chose the aluminum foil and thought, what if I just wrap this around this corset that this is going to be amazing. It does not matter if she would have, this could have been a whole gown and we would have been like, Didi is a fucking baked potato. Like, just because anytime you use aluminum foil, we're going to be like baked potato.
Baked potato realness.
It
Very
doesn't
true.
matter. But I give her a lot of credit because it is well constructed. So it's not bad. And I love it in the photo. I think the photo does a really good job. I didn't mind it walking down the runway either. And I've seen her viewing party premiere where she was wearing this look and she changed like into it. And again, it didn't look bad. The look doesn't look bad. It's that Didi can actually sew, and she chose to look like a baked potato. Like, that's where my issue lies. That's where I have a problem.
Mm.
Like, out of all the materials, baked potato. Like, why? Why aluminum? And
That
she
would have
said
been.
it. She goes, this is my aluminum foil realness. And she's walking down, and she is so happy that she is wrapped up in aluminum foil.
See, I would have seen that in the room and I would have like ran away from it. Like after seeing what Jiggly put out and the critiques that she got, I would have wanted nothing to do with it at all.
Like Cardi, the first thing Cardi said was baked potato. Like everybody is saying baked potato. Like literally everyone is saying baked potato. So you know Didi had to know that it was going to give her baked potato. Like it was. Like it's there's nothing around. Like you can't get around baked potato couture. Like this is literally baked potato couture. Didi, we love you because you're from New York, but girl, not a baked potato. Okay.
Shout out Monte.
Next up, we have Discord Adams. What are we thinking?
The look for me is a yes, ma'am. That walk is a no fucking ma'am, though. I don't know what she was thinking. I think the look is cute. We've kind of seen this before. It's not the most innovative or the most original, but I think she looks good. That walk, girl, fix it. I don't know what that was. She looked like she's walking with a 10-inch dildo up her butt.
But when the Meet the Queens dropped and they got to Discord Adam, I immediately clocked the walk. I immediately saw it and I'm like, oh god, I hope she shook this off at some point. She did not. She did not. But this look though, it's like a good look. It's a good look. And I'm gonna say this right now just because I just thought of this. What gets me here is like would I put this in top? No, but I think it's good. And what's getting me is that she thinks she should have been in the top when in like when in last year in Slation Royale, Ivory Glaze had the same exact silhouette, same exact look, and she was in the bottom 2 and got eliminated for it. I don't know if either of you watched Slation Royale this year, but
Yes.
I just thought of that. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, I can't believe Ivory Glaze got eliminated for that. But I think this is a cute look, so I'm giving this a yes, ma'am. But the walk, no, ma'am.
Well, I mean, Ivory Glaze was also up against like all these other queens like Suki Daw and
Right.
and names I'm forgetting because I'm horrible with names. But these other queens that like can really put like outfits that are like amazing and creative and couture. So like she could have tried her best. That girl was going home and get up against them. Like in a design challenge. Poor thing.
I gave Discord a yes, ma'am. I thought this was a really great look. Now, what did her a disservice was that walk. That walk, the look didn't matter anymore. The walk is what took over, and she automatically became safe. It does not matter. Could she have been in the top? Absolutely. If she had a better walk, would she have took Jane's place? She would have been up in the top 3 if her walk was better. Because in my opinion, her look was better than Jane Jones.
Interesting.
I think on a taste level, yes. On a construction level, no.
Do you know how these are feathers?
Okay.
This is technically not fabric.
I know. And I still think Jane's was better constructed.
Really?
I like this look better, but I think Jane's was better constructed.
Interesting. What got me with Discord that hit a nerve with me was she was coming for Nini the whole entire episode. And she just like, I don't know why Nini is like if like this Nini this look is ugly. Like oh like Nini cannot be in the top. She needs to be in the bottom. I don't know why she felt so much disdain for Nini Coco.
Yes, it very much reminded me of like season 6, Jiagang coming for milk. And Jocelyn having to like step in and be like, girl, like it's not for you to understand. That's what it was giving. And it definitely rubbed me the wrong way too. Like, you need to back off this girl and just focus on you.
And she said it's because she hates rainbows. And I'm like,
that's your fault,
listen,
bitch. What's that
I'm
to
like,
do with her?
listen, first
You
of
could
all,
be a bitch
drag
by
is a big
yourself.
tent. There's a big tent. It's a big tent. Drag drag is for everyone. Drag is like there's no wrong way of doing drag. Like drag is for everyone. There's also no wrong way of being gay. So like if Nini wanted to be gay because she said that in her line, gay, right? Like if she wanted to do that and be the rainbow of it all, like and Discord wanted to be punk rock, it's fine. I just think that she was putting her aesthetic on Nini. And I was just confused as to like,
I think
but
it's insecurity at the end of the day. But who knows?
this may just be me, but this also may be a hot take. I feel like I need my hot take for the episode. I feel like if you close your eyes and you listen to Discord, it is crystal envy.
I can see that. I think it's the list.
Like, I was just like, is this crystal envy on my TV? She sounds just like Crystal Envy. And I live for Crystal. But I'm like, if you close your eyes and you just listen to Discord, I swear you think it's Crystal Envy.
I can see that. I can see that.
I can too.
They don't look alike. They're total different queens. But they just sound so much alike, which I just found to be very like interesting. I was like, and it could be the vocal fry. Like it could be. But next up we have Don't. See, I'm really shady.
You bitch. For me, because of the construction, I'll give it a yes, ma'am. The thing I really didn't like about this, and I don't think it's entirely her fault, and you can't really see it much in this picture, but when she's walking, the way the fabric kind of moved on her body was really displeasing to the eye. But again, at the end of the day, it's not her fault. Like it's what the material is. But it's a really well put together look. Like there's nothing wrong with it. So yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna agree. I'm giving this a yes, ma'am. I think this is one of the most sophisticated construction. Whoa, I said that way wrong. This is one of the most sophisticatedly constructed garments of the week. We'll go with that. So I also agree. And I think it's really lucky that she somehow had this wig that perfectly matched the color of her outfit. It's very lucky that she had this wig that was kind of perfect for this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think she said she spray painted it.
Did like she? I missed that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think she said she like painted it. Like that wasn't the color of the fabric. She spray painted it.
Okay. I only remember the only person I remember spray painting is Kenya Please Her wearing and break it down in the tiara, yes. But yeah, so I'm giving this a yes, ma'am. I see what you mean about how when she walks, the fabric kind of moves in a weird way, but I was very impressed with like the construction of the jacket and the construction of the shape around her bodice. So I'm giving this a yes, ma'am, absolutely.
I'll also give it a yes, ma'am. It's something about this that's very matronly, but that it still goes with Jane's aesthetic because she did say that she is like reminiscent of like Bette Midler and Joan Rivers. So I get it. I guess that's her aesthetic.
I think she said Crawford, not Rivers.
No, I don't think she said Joan Crawford. I think she said Joan Rivers.
Did she say Rivers?
I think
because she's like the comedy.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, the comedy. I'm like, she's not Mommy Dearest, Jhoany. Like, not Mommy Dearest. Not No Wire Hangers. Like, no. She's like, smell my finger. She's that. But it's a little boxy. But can she sew? Yes, she can sew. But there's a through line that I'm seeing based on the entrance look and then the design look. But also, if I have to go with the promo look, that's a different Jane Doe. So I am going to be really intrigued because I'm seeing 3 versions of Jane Doe. Which is a good thing, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know who she is, and that's also really good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see your point.
One is warrior, right? Like the promo is very warrior,
and even the makeup is very different.
Yes, absolutely. And the
Like
wig choices too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like the entrance, I know who that is. Like that's Bette Midler down. Like down. I'm like 100%. And then the middle one could also be a little bit of Bette Midler as well. I just think it's the pose and how she's like the little purse.
The middle one gives me more Golden Girls.
No, she's not that old, child. Like
She made herself look that old.
I'm getting like
not
Mother
that
of the
old.
Bride.
Yes, it could be very much that.
Tacky Mother of the Bride.
But I just don't. She just needs a little bit of shape, though. A little like a cinch waist would have been good.
I think it came down to the again the material. I don't think it was easy to work with, and she did the best with what she had.
Yeah.
I will say though, I kind of remember noting when I watched the episode that I was kind of impressed with how the shape of the body worked. I thought it was cinched kind of well with what she had, but that's what I was getting when I watched it. And that was only first impressions. I have not rewatched the episode since last Friday. But I remember noting to my friends, like I was kind of impressed with how it kind of stitched at the waist. But maybe in this picture itself, it's kind of looking a little more boxy.
The angle that this picture is at is definitely not that flattering.
Yeah. And also, I don't know if y'all felt the same way that I did, but the story about her dad was very random. And it felt a little awkward. I'm so like, and it's not being shady, but I felt like it was going to go somewhere, and the way they edited went somewhere else.
Yeah, it felt like misplaced and misused trauma.
Yes, like there it was, and at the end the beginning was sad, and she's like, "We don't talk," and then she started crying, and then it was funny because she made a joke, and I was just like, I don't know how I should feel right now.
Felt
like,
very tonally like dissonant.
Yes, and I'm like, I don't know if I should be sad for her, right? I don't know if I should be laughing with her because I don't want to laugh at her drama. I don't think that's right. But I was just I felt awkward. Like, I felt uncomfortable, and I'm like, this is weird. Like, your dad taught you how to sew, but you don't talk to your dad. And then Rue says, is your dad like a fan of the show? And she's like, no, I don't talk to him. And I'm like, wow. My God. This is awkward.
That's a lot to unpack.
Like, this is crazy. And I was just like, cringe. They need to hurry up and get over this. Like, go to the next queen.
And when Rue asked her who taught her how to sew, here I was expecting her to say, my grandma. My father? What do you mean your father taught you how to sew? That really took me aback.
And when she said her father, I thought like a happy story was gonna come out of it. And then the whole thing was like, oh, he was a Boy Scout and he like sewed tents or whatever. I was like, what does that have to do with drag, girl?
Listen, I told you it was cringy, and I don't know if it was just the way they edited it, but I swear I was just like, this is awkward, and I need them to talk about how bad Juicy Love Dion's look is. Like, I just need them to move on to Juicy.
Speaking of Juicy.
Like, I just need them to move on to Juicy, because clearly, like...
So, do you mean to tell me you did this in the same amount of time that Miss Vita did her look? Like, this is fabric wrapped around your waist and a pleated bra with fabric attached to it. This, for me, is a no ma'am. I do think the bra was cute, but, like, come on, girl. Like, I get you don't know how to sew, but I needed a little bit more effort.
I was going to say the exact same thing. It flabbergasts me. It flabbergasts me that Juicy and Vita had the same amount of time and created two completely different quality and looks. Love Juicy, love Dion so much, but this is a no ma'am, and I don't think anybody's going to disagree. Unless Willow disagrees right now. We'll see.
Okay.
No way.
Yes.
If you give it a yes, ma'am, I'm going to punch you on the left hip.
First of all, you should be happy if I give this a yes, ma'am, because Juicy's on your team. But I
can call my girls.
True. I actually did not mind this look as much as other folks did. I'm with Cardi. So because I'm with Cardi, I'm going to give this a man. I'm not going to. Yeah, but she also said this is when you have to learn how to sell it. Because when Juicy was flowing the fabric up, it looked really good. The moment she stopped and she was just there, it was horrible. So that's why I'm going to give it a meh, because it is something about this that has potential. I feel like if it was a longer skirt or something, there is elements of this that Juicy could have made like. So it's not bad.
I'm going to
It's just not
disagree
good.
with you on the flowing fabric because I don't think there was enough fabric for it to actually look good while it was flowing. I think
I
it needed
enjoyed it.
more.
I think what would have helped it a lot, and I don't know if this would even be possible in Juicy Love Dion's sewing skill set, but if it was just like a longer skirt to the floor, changing nothing else, but a longer skirt to the floor, I feel like she would be giving me like Sage of the Sea, sort of like, those kind of like wise women.
Very
You know
Mykonos
what I'm trying to
princess.
talk about? Yes, very I feel like I would see that on a beach. Very Mykonos princess, exactly. So I feel like if it was just longer and hit the floor, I would like it a lot.
With the slit and the same pleating on the skirt that she had in her bra, yes.
This is how you party at Mykonos, bitch. But
well, that was Athena, not her.
True. Also, I feel like she needs to go to the School of Georges. She should have just sold it from the beginning to the end and just kept moving. It didn't make a difference if the movements was misplaced or not. Just keep on moving. And I guarantee you she would have got, you were born to do drag. Like, that's what she was giving. It was giving that. She just needed to sell it a little more. I feel like if she didn't have confidence in the look because she knew that the look was bad, and because she knew that the look was bad and she knew that she did bad, it read, I did bad.
Mm-hmm. Very much like
she
how
was defeated when she was giving. Right.
Remember how Lana Del Rey was just standing there like, and La Roche was like, you're standing there with no confidence. Like we see it's bad.
Mm-hmm. And be like Kenya Pleaser. Kenya knew that look was bad, but she was gonna give you $200,000.
I just want to say though, just because I saw the picture, Juicy Love Dion's entrance look so fierce. I just wanted to say that.
No, so that was cute.
Mm-hmm. It was good. I didn't like the wig though, but the look was good. I didn't like it. But
I love the wig.
Speaking of a girl that's gonna sell it down, and is the unofficial official narrator of the season, we have Kenya Pleaser.
I love Kenya. I love her personality, and I think she sold the shit out of this, but I would not buy it at all. This is No Ma'am. This is so poorly constructed. I think the original idea she had would have worked, and I was really interested to see that. And I was so sad when she came back and she was like, oh, it fell apart. I was like, oh no, that would have been good. But this, no ma'am. That skirt was horrible. And the construction of the bra, horrible. That wig, no.
Yeah, I love Kenya Pleaser. Kenya Pleaser was my winner from the jump, from the promo drop. So I adore her, and I'm always going to give her flowers where I can. The bra and the little lapel were fine, and I think it's kind of similar to Juicy's issues, where it's like the top was fine, but the issues in the skirt just are not forgivable. So Kenya Pleaser, I'm going to give her
I'm going to give this a meh. I'm not going to give Kenya a no ma'am. I'm going to give Kenya a meh ma'am because she sold it from the beginning to the end. It was very adequate. I think she did what she needed to do. She knew that it was horrible. She made no excuse for it. And I love a bitch that stand on business. She's like, listen, this is bad. Y'all ain't got to tell me it's bad. I know it's bad. But just so you know, I know how to sew. Like, you ain't going to read me and say, I don't know how to sew. Mm-hmm. Okay? I know how to sew.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you at least something to put out on this runway. I wasn't going to come out with nothing. So don't think that I don't know how to sew 18 seasons later and I don't know how to sew. Lies.
I hope.
I did live for her when she said, like, on the judges panel, she was like, I sew. Like, just know, I sew. I lived for her when she said that.
Exactly.
I hope she gets a chance to redeem herself. Like, I hope she's not eliminated, like, next episode before another design challenge. I want her to redeem herself.
Yeah. But I appreciate the fact that she's like, I'm going to sell this garment from the beginning to the end. Like, even if it's bad, I'm not going to show you that it's bad. When she was standing there, she even was standing like, hey, listen, I may be in the bottom and I may have to lip sync for my life, but guess what? This look, I made it. I made something to be on this runway. And that, to me, I can respect, right? Like, that is is what I liked. Because her personality shone through the whole entire time that she was there. And it kind of made me forget that the dress was bad. I'm gonna be honest.
It did
I
definitely
did.
not for me.
It did.
Like I could not stop looking
Kenya,
at it. I was like, girl, really? You could have
listen,
you could have cut the tool better. You could have like sewed it better. I don't know. It was.
she is going places, okay?
She is.
Kenya
Hopefully,
Pleaser is
hopefully to a
going
designer.
places.
Hopefully,
No,
to
she can design her own look. She designed her inches look, so she know how to sew.
We'll see.
Don't do that. Next, we have Mandy Mango. What are we thinking?
I like the idea of this, but I don't like the result in the construction of it. I get what she was going for, but with the material that was chosen, it ended up just looking very clumpy. It was messy, misshapen. It did not look good on her. I'll give it a meh, just because I do like the idea of it. I hated the execution, and I love that giant flower on her head. But the rest, I think it could have been, if she had actually shaped it properly, I think it would have been enough to like just get her safe. But ultimately, like the construction of it was really bad.
I'm going to agree for the most part. I think the biggest sin here is like just the random placement of the flowers all over the dress. It felt very random to me for the most part. But I'm also going to give this a meh because I think it's at the very least, a little bit more ambitious than Kenya Pleaser and Juicy Love Dion in what they had. And I hesitate to say the word ambitious, not to say that Juicy and Kenya didn't try, but I think the silhouette she was going for was a little more difficult to handle. But I think like just how the skirt sits is very not unpleasant, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's not very pleasing to unflattering. Thank you so much. It kind of reminds me very much. The first thing I thought of was that art runway that Bag of Chips had on UK versus the World season 1, and I hated that too. So I just like it's just that shape in the skirt that really throws it all off. But overall, I think it's a meh.
See, what this reminded me of, you know how like some houses have like that like thing up against the wall where like the flowers kind of grow on it and like the leaves or whatever. I don't know what it's called. Trell or something. I don't know. But that's what it reminded me of.
Like a trellis?
Trellis, there we go. Yes.
I can see that.
That's what I saw.
I can see that.
That's what I saw. So I didn't mind the random placement of flowers. I actually kind of like that. For me, the biggest thing with this was the shape. The shape was horrible.
This is a no, ma'am. I hated this.
Whoa.
There's nothing redeeming about this that I could have. I'm sorry. There's no redeeming qualities. This is not a Juicy Love Dion moment. This is not a Kenya Pleaser moment. I did not like it. Every time I look at it, it reminds me of like when you look under a microscope and you see the bacteria. I don't like it.
Please.
Now I can't unsee that. As soon as you said microscope, now I can't unsee that. It's giving spores.
Yes, it really is giving that. Like I don't like. No, it looks like a petri dish when you look at it under a microscope. Like I'm like, what is this? I did not like it, I know my head went there because she's a nurse, but like it looked like a disease, and I don't like it.
I mean, at least it's in theme with her entrance look.
I think it's the misplaced flowers. Like that to me, well, I feel like that right there is a sin. Those misplaced flowers, that's bad. Nobody told her that don't put that on there. Like nobody.
Girl, it's a competition. I ain't telling you. She'll be like, yeah, put one right there too.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll be like, you look amazing. You look great. Well, go walk down that runway like it's a Paris Fashion Week.
But again,
hey Mango, I think you're gonna win the challenge.
Very much that. Like,
you
give her.
You could have.
Like, give her a false sense of hope.
Listen, what I'm disappointed in is that yes, well, Kenya Pleaser, we saw that she had a breakdown throughout the whole season because something happened. So I'm gonna take her out. But Juicy Love Dion and Mandy Mango, same amount of time. VITA made what VITA made. They gave us this.
Yes. Okay. But back to what like Matt said, like this to me was more ambitious than what Juicy tried to do. Like Juicy wrapped fabric around herself and called it a day. This, like at least she had more materials. I think it was more interesting, at least in her head. So I can see how she spent the same amount of time. It just wasn't executed well.
But she can
She
sew.
just didn't have the ability to execute what she had in her head.
She can sew though.
So can Kenya.
So can yeah. That's just also true too. That's also true. And hey, listen, you're right, because this could have been the second garment that she made. You never know. Like, it is true.
Yeah.
I just know that, just like I couldn't find nothing redeeming about this look. Good thing that Cardi was like, well, I hate it. And I was with Cardi. I was like, listen, that's why it's
Cardi
two
as a
Bronx
judge.
girls.
That bitch was honest.
She was like, I hate it. She's like, oh, this is girl's girl. Well, I don't know you done. You know, Cardi. No. You know, you
I
know
love
her.
Cardi as a judge.
Yeah, no. You know her. She's like, girl, I don't know you do that, but live for Cardi. Love her. Then we have Mia Starr. What are we thinking?
This was another one that kind of gave me baked potato couture, honestly. A little bit. With that shoulder and the peplum. It's a meh. It's just, for me, it's just, I didn't think it was cute. Again, she constructed it well. Like, she put it together. Like, she got it done. I think it's just enough to get through.
I completely forgot about this look. I do not remember seeing that. I'm giving this a meh. I remember kind of when I went down the runway, I'm like, oh, it's not bad. It's fine. I think it's okay. I really don't have anything to say beyond that. So, meh.
I think this dress is the definition of adequate.
Like, I really liked it. This is a yes ma'am for me. I really enjoyed this look. Yeah.
She needed it.
This is
yeah, because nobody else was giving it to her.
She gagged me a bit. I'm feeling very little gagged right now. Shout out to Lux. What I was going to say is very invasion of privacy. So when she came out, I was like, oh, this is very Cardi B of her. Like, I enjoyed it. Now, what I did not like was her over-embellished runway walk. I get it, girl. Like, you Banshee. Like, I understand. You're around the way. I get it. That's one around the way girl to another around the way girl. I understand where you're coming from. Do it from the big backs in the 2000s. I love the little finger wave wig that she had. I didn't mind the black boot, the white boots. I liked it. I see the aesthetic. I know this girl. And so I'm like, okay, it's not bad for glue gun.
But it's not good for glue gun either. Because I mean, we've seen what yeah, that's just what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Like, what Benzilla Creme did with a glue gun needs to be studied, okay? So
genuinely.
The girl did something with that. All right. Then we have Mikey Meeks. What are we thinking?
It's not my favorite. I think it's, again, she put it together well. I'll give it a yes, ma'am, because I think it is the best of the adequate looks.
Yes, I am going to agree. I'm going to give this a yes, ma'am. I think it's the best of the safe girls. No, I take that back. One of the best of the safe girls. And yeah, so I'm going to give this a yes, ma'am. And does that have anything to do with the fact that Mikey Meeks is so far the only girl from season 18 that follows me? No. What are you talking about? But yeah,
listen, she can't see you trash talking her. Like, you got to give her props.
I know, exactly.
She follows you.
But yeah, so I'm going to give this a yes, ma'am. I think it's really good. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. And I think her ability to kind of like use the drapery that she had was good enough. But I would put it above the other mez that I gave out. Like, I'd put it above Mia Starr's. So, yeah, so I'm going to give this a yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that really was the reason I gave it a yes, ma'am, because like when it came out, I thought meh. But like, looking at them all as a whole, she's the best of the mess for me. So I was like, she deserves.
I also gave it a yes, ma'am. It was not one of my favorite looks, but was it one of the top out of the safe girls? Yes. Did I see a well thought out concept, or what could have been a well thought out concept? Yeah. Do I enjoy Mikey Meeks? Yeah. Do I think Mikey Meeks could do any wrong in my eyes? No. So if she could have came out with like a bra and panty, I'd have been like, I live. Just because I like Mikey Meeks. So like, doesn't matter.
As long as she changes those shoes, though.
Fully, 100%.
I don't think they were that bad. 100%. They're not the worst shoes we see.
I feel like they're not like would have done better.
Yeah.
No, not with this. I don't think so. I think a strappy shoe was better with this look.
I mean, if you're gonna lean into like the goddess of it all, then okay, I get that. Yeah. But
But if you're gonna
Okay.
lean into the goddess of it all, I feel like you would have to like get a strappy boot all the way up, kind of like to your
Mhm.
knees
Mhm.
almost.
Yes, or up to the thighs, bitch, up to the coochie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Absolutely, up to the cooch.
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, all the way up to the cooch. I'm
Yep.
with you. I'm with you. All right. Then we have Nini Coco. What are we thinking?
I love this look. So one of my favorite things, or usually my favorite looks when it comes to an unconventional challenge, are the queens who are able to take like really unconventional materials and transform it into something like completely different. I like that you can still tell that it's not fabric, it's not something conventional, but it's very well constructed. It's very symmetrical, it's interesting. I love the silhouette, I love the shape. I loved everything about this look. This is an over for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I take it back. I do not like the shoes. I love everything else though.
I am not going to give this an over. I am saving my ova. This is a yes, ma'am. I did see a lot of discourse online about people saying it's just a bra and skirt, but it's the best damn bra and skirt you've ever seen in your life. I'm sorry. The construction of this is so well done. The pattern making, I feel like the ability that she was able to put these together,
Mm-hmm.
the ability she had to do that was very well thought out. You know, like this is a look that had a plan, that had some great engineering. I believe she mentioned she has an engineering
She's a
degree as well.
yeah,
Very, very
mechanical.
Dawn. Yes, mechanical engineering. So she kind of has that skill set in her wheelhouse. And you can see it. You can see it here. So yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Oh, when I see you on Wednesday, I'm gonna punch you if you give this a no ma'am.
Is this because Nini is not on your team?
No, not at all. So now I'm going to give this a yes, ma'am.
Mm.
What took me out for this almost, you almost would have had an over for me. And it's not that I'm being strategic because that's
Is it
not
the back
it.
of the bra?
You know me so well.
Mm,
You know me so.
See, but if you just look at this picture, you don't see that, and it looks like she just has some pasties on her titties.
You
That's
know
all we need to
me
look at.
so. You know me so well.
can I
was
ask
like,
you an honest question?
go ahead.
What could she have done to the back of the bra to make it better for you?
Cover it up. It's cover it
I
up.
think
Like either do like a strap or something, but it needed to be something else because to me it felt like she just had two little things that was like here connecting it, and that's what bothered me because it looked unfinished, and it could be part of the design of the look and overall of what she was going for, but it just when she turned because the front is so well put together and it feels very methodical, then when she turned around and the bottom of the skirt it's still very put together, and then the bra straps. And I'm just like, why?
I think that was intentional. I do think she should have taken them off, so then it would have made the bra less noticeable, unless she was trying to cover something up. I really want to know how she got into this. Like, how did she put this on? Because I didn't see like an opening in the back or anything. How did she get this on?
I think
Well, maybe
the
it's
straps. I think she could step
maybe
into it and pull it up.
I'm thinking it's. I agree. I'm thinking it's like maybe like an elastic sort of thing that she put around that kind of fits her, so she could probably like
Or
lift it
maybe
up or
and
like over
tighten
the
it,
head,
maybe.
maybe. Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
I think she steps into this. I don't think it's connects anything. I think she
But
steps into it.
I feel like you can't step into this because it would kind of ruin it. At the end of the
Well,
day,
maybe
it's
she had
still
to
just
go.
paper.
Maybe she kind of had to like go in through like I don't know,
Like
had
from
to
the
go over
top.
the head. Yeah.
I can see that. I can
No,
see
but you
that.
have to remember how she shaped the paper. The paper is constructed like it's darts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's forms. So it's like an
Mhm.
outer shell. Like she darted the paper. So like it looks like leaves. So
Mhm.
it was able because even with the lip sync, and we're gonna talk about the lip sync in a few, but like even
Go.
with the lip sync, she was able to move and it didn't go nowhere. Like
Mm-mm.
nothing moved out of place. It still had the same shape as if she
Like
wasn't like
it
moving
was very
around.
well constructed. It was
Yes,
very well
100%.
constructed.
Like she engineered the hell out of this look. Like
Mhm.
this is reimagining. This is unconventional like materials that if you had no idea that this was paper, like no.
Yes. Like this is what drag is all about, right there.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I'm just what I want to know is what season this material came from.
This kind of
13.
Jasmine, 14. I don't know. Like I saw this and I just kind of reminded me of Jasmine. I don't know if it's a color.
The orange,
Maybe
because we've
14.
seen Jasmine with orange. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
I don't think Jasmine had anything orange. But I want to know
Well,
where this kind of paper came from, or is it bags like Lala
What's it?
Ree had?
it's the paper bags. Yeah, it's season 13. Because I remember her saying, like, when I don't remember who it was, but she was talking to somebody and she was like, I'm going to do the paper bags and, redeem Lala Ree or paper bags from Lala Ree or something like that. But I believe
The
it's paper
worst look we've
bags.
ever seen on Drag Race.
Listen, if
On any
this
franchise,
is the
on any
same
season.
material, if she did this with the same material from the paper bags that Lala Ree did, it
She
just
did.
now makes it. No, but it now makes Lala Ree's look even worse.
Lala Ree literally just glued them on herself and called it a day. Like that could not have taken more than 10 minutes. What the hell did she do with the rest of the hours that she was in that workroom?
Listen, every time I think about Lala Ree's look, I always think of Nicole Byers' face. And that face, like her mouth dropped. I always think of Nicole, like she was pissed.
I would have been pissed too. Like,
And-
bitch, you made me come all the way out here for this? I would have been
And what
pissed
really
too.
gets me, that little fur thing she had on the top of her head. Like the caterpillar.
Listen, if she had to lip sync for her life, she was ready to do so.
And
Like,
I mean,
and
it was falling apart left and right, but she did that.
she did. She's so fancy. So, all right. Next up, or last up, we have Vita Vanti's Star. What are we thinking?
I'm gonna go last.
Okay. I'll go first. Now I'm scared to say something. Now I'm scared to say
No,
something.
no, go ahead.
So this is Ova. I'm going to say this is Ova for me. I think this look was head and shoulders above anything that anybody made in the workroom that day. Nini Coco did well, but this was just absolutely stellar. And I'm sure we all can agree that if this wasn't a lip sync for the win, she would have won the challenge. Absolutely. I made a TikTok about this dress, and I got a comment at one point that was like, somebody had said something along the lines of, this is just a bunch of umbrellas sewn together, why are we all gagging? And I'm like, okay, then with that logic, Utica's look was just a bunch of sleeping bags sewn together. Like, there's quality in this, and I feel like you're being willfully ignorant if you're trying to ignore the quality in this, because this is absolutely spectacular. Like, just the way the dress is constructed, it's giving very My Fair Lady, very Audrey Hepburn, kind of like that sort of day at the races vibe. And then in addition, she kept one of the umbrellas. The fact that she saved an umbrella to sort of style the outfit with as like a final compliment to the overall look, absolutely spectacular. This is a Nova.
So, this is also an Ova.
Okay.
Like, this was leaps and bounds above everyone else. Like, when she literally turned the corner, it was like, Vita motherfucking Vita. Like it was good. I wasn't gagged because I know what Vita can do. And shout out to Vita because she's the only season 18 girl that actually follows us on the pod. So just saying. So, I live for me some Vita. But one, I love the pageant queen. Like, Vita's aesthetic is my favorite kind of drag. I live for that. Like, it is perfection in details from head to toe. I'm not sure if you actually saw the shoe match the dress. It was a black pump with like the bow tie was silver on the end of it. This was designed. The wig, everything was great.
So
you can give this a yes, ma'am. It's fine if you.
No,
you want to be.
I wanted to be shady and strategic and not give you your points and be like, "This is a no, ma'am." But no, I can't do that to Miss Vita. The moment she started talking to those umbrellas, I was like, "Oh, these bitch." She's about to step on these bitches' necks. She's about to nympheia this challenge right now. And she did exactly just that. That moment she turned the corner, I almost blew my mind. I was like, oh my fucking God, this is amazing. It's so well constructed. There's literally nothing negative to say about this at all. Like, I can't find a fault. The styling, the jewelry, the wig, the umbrella, the shoes, like everything about this is perfection. The way she laid down the fabric and sewed it together so that it actually accentuated her shape, I thought was like genius. It takes a certain amount of skill to be able to do that. She had the best outfit of the night for sure. Over.
Honestly, what I would have loved for this outfit is an outfit that I would have loved to see in person and at a premiere party.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
like the energy around like everybody coming together and like going up for this would have just made this look even more, because I was screaming at my television screen when I was watching it in my room. So I can imagine seeing this like live, like happening like in front of everybody else with, you know, the drinks are flowing and everybody feels that way and everybody's like, and everybody, and then we just see this and it's like, like everybody going crazy would have been amazing.
When was the last time we saw that? Was it one of what's her name? Plastique's looks, I think, during All Stars when everybody went crazy.
Yeah, everybody went crazy, and when she did it for All Stars 9, yeah. Or 8. No, it was 9. It was 9.
10.
Yes.
10. 9? 10? Oh, I don't know.
No, 10 was Ginger B. Lion.
Right.
It's true. Listen. Okay.
Ginger would have said she made this.
She would have said that. She'd be like, I was standing right next to her when she was in the top.
Ginger would say she saw a look that I had that was exactly like that, and that was the inspiration behind it.
Ginger would have been like, I was in the hospital bed.
No, I thought she was on the cruise.
And are you good? But how good are you?
I can't with Ginger.
Ginger would have made the same look as Kenya Pleaser, but she would have done a cross eye, then she would have won.
Correct. 100%.
Did you guys see the latest
one,
though?
Wake it up.
The one where she's talking about Jujubee, and the reason she was casted on season 7 was because she had done a gig with Jujubee. I forgot where she mentioned it, and that Jujubee was like, "Girl, you should be on Drag Race," yada yada yada. And like 3 days before the casting or like the submission was supposed to be submitted by, she got a call from the producer saying like, "Oh, listen, Jujubee doesn't stop talking about you. We need you to submit a tape in 3 days." I just don't buy that at all. At all. Jujubee probably never met her.
Who was the producer? Was it Bette Midler or Jennifer Aniston?
I think it was, I don't know, girl.
Or Kathy and Jimmy.
It was probably Kathy and Jimmy. Girl. It was Donald Trump.
You know, Hocus Pocus, she met her on the cruise and they said it and she was like, oh my God, you know, we did, and that's why I got Hocus Pocus. But anyway.
It was a Cynthia Reeve when she did the battle cry.
Okay, before we get into the top looks and the bottom looks, I just want to say one last thing about Ginger B. Lion. The fact that she pissed off Miss Mojo, like,
I did not see that. Miss Mojo?
The latest one. It's the latest one in the Ginger B. Lion, like, chronicles. But
it's so
Ginger
funny.
B. Lion.
Mojo?
Because she went on Nicole Byer's podcast and at one point was like, even if I'm not mentioned in Miss Mojo's videos, I'm always in the thumbnail. And Miss Mojo commented and was like, if you're in the thumbnail, the video is about you. Trust.
Listen, you got whacked by Miss Mojo.
That's
you
crazy.
need to put your phone in your pocket. Put your phone in your pocket, babe. Put your phone in your pocket.
That's enough for me to retire right there.
Like, you need to hang it up. At this point, I feel like she's doing this on purpose. I think this is a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think she just needs to lean into the Ginger B. Lion of it all. She needs to make that merch Ginger B. Lion. Ain't no way that she's lying this sloppy. There's no way. Like, everyone is coming with receipts. Everything that she says, people are like, excuse me? They're literally saying, no, ma'am.
Always like the most easily verifiable information. And it's so funny.
So I don't know if it's a personality disorder. I'm not sure if it's a pathological liar. And this is how she feels. If they going to talk about me regardless, they don't think I should have won All Stars 10. So like Ginger B. Lion. I don't know. But if we're going to get back to the looks, these are the top 3 looks. We have Vita Von T-Star, we have Nini Coco, and we have Jane Jones. I see why Vita and Nini is here in terms of like overall. I think if Discord's walk was different, I think Discord would have been in the top 3.
I would have given it to Mikey before Discord on. No, actually, that's a lie. No. Yeah, probably. I don't understand why some of the girls thought Nini was going to be in the bottom. Like, I don't get it.
It's not some of the girls. It was literally Discord having a campaign against Nini Coco.
But like, the girls agreed.
Yeah, because she was campaigning so much. Like, you had to. Like, it was like, yeah, Nini's going to be in the bottom. Nini's in the bottom. Yeah, you know, like, you see Nini's look? Like, she has to be in the bottom. Like, Cardi B would never wear that.
I feel like Discord would have not let up on you until you agreed that she should have been in the top over Nini Coco.
Okay.
You know,
I
like
mean,
it's
yeah,
just
that
like
that was obviously proven when Cardi went into Untucked and she was like, "I need to like, what do you think of this look?" I thought that was
very off
very
color.
very. It was very. I can't even think of the word for it. It was just. It was no ma'am. That's it.
Very. It was no man, but it was very uncouth. It was so uncouth. Girl, you safe. Like, that's
Take
it.
it.
You are safe to see another day. Like, you gonna sit there. The audacity. That's when I'm like, girl, the audacity?
The nerve, the
Like,
gall, and the gumption.
You beat me by 2.5 seconds.
like, come on. Come on, Taste. But like, yeah, the audacity to get up there and talk about all of my sisters think I should have been in the top. Like, what do
Girl,
you think
no.
of my
You
look?
forced them into thinking
What?
that. I cringed so hard when she said that. I was like,
No, but my
how?
thing is, stand on it. Don't say all of my sisters think I should have been in the top. So what do you think? You should be like, hi, Cardi, I think I should have been in the top. What do you think of my look? Because at the end of the day, that's what she really felt.
I think the biggest cringe for me was you could tell how uncomfortable Cardi was with that question, like of being put in the spot like that. Like she did not want to answer that, but she just had to
Yeah.
save face.
I don't think she
Leave
had
it.
to. You know Cardi a real bitch, but
Leave it to the
Fair
white
enough.
cis man to take the moment away from the trans people of color.
Thank you. Thank you.
you said it. You said it. You can say that because you can say that. I'm like, I had to catch myself. I was like, we're not monetized yet. I need to make sure we get monetized first. I can say some shit. Then we have the bottom looks. Okay, so the bottom looks, we have Kenya Pleasa, Juicy Love Dion, and we have Mandy Mango. And rightfully so. I think out of like the safe bucket, I think the safe girls was safe. And I think these were the lower end of the spectrum. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think even the way you lined them up, it goes from like worse to like less slightly worse.
Yeah, I tried to at least not make them seem so bad, putting them together like this. But at the same time, it was like it
you
was
can
a
only
vastly different. Canva
can
can
only
only
do so
do but
much.
so much. I can only work a little bit of my Canva magic, but other than that, that's just it just wasn't good. I go back to the fact that they had enough time to do. These two looks had enough time, the same amount of time than the bottom three. So that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Like,
It's insane.
Like I understand that everyone's like construction skill level is like, different. But girl, you can't tell me you spent like the 12 hours just wrapping fabric around your waist.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy to me.
True. Okay. So we see that the top two of the week, they did not have no one went home, but we had a top two instead. So it was Nini Coco versus VITA Von Teeth Star, and they had to lip sync to Enough by Cardi B, which, by the way, is a very wordy song. So if you don't know the words to the song, it's going to be bad.
It should have been Bodak Yellow.
That's also, but Cardi's songs are very wordy.
Yeah.
Because, like, she's from the Bronx, so a lot of her words are all together. So if you're not a Cardi B fan, or if you don't know Cardi B music, it's going to be really hard for you to learn these words. There's a select few people who know, like, Cardi B's songs, and this was a diss song anyway, so like at least know the chorus, child. Like, Vita, I feel bad for you because I know you was not expecting this to be a top two lip sync and you thought it was just gonna win, and I get it, girl, or you probably didn't prepare the song. I understand. I totally get it. I'm not mad at you. So this was the original tally. We both were tied at 24 points each, but I can be nice this time, Jhoany, and not include the fact that we both agree on the over.
If we're doing it, we're doing it the right way. You get your points.
Okay. All right, cool. So I'll get my points. All right.
Get your points.
But you, right off the bat, you got a 10 points.
Yeah, and
Nini Coco, the winner of the first episode. So that's good. I really wanted to do, at one point, do we give points for if the first queen to come into the workroom? I really wanted to give that, but then I was like,
that's too much. That's too much.
Yeah. I'd have that would have been really complicated.
Like it's Mario Party?
Anyways. Yeah, it would have been very much.
Steel stars. Ooh, steel point. Ooh.
Block.
You're gonna pull
an All-Star 7. You're gonna give the
how would that work though?
The plunger.
Oh my god, wait. I just thought of something. You can veto this. What if we have? So the idea is we're gonna have a guest each week. What if we have the guest like Matt right now block one of the queens for next week from getting points, and then we do it like every week. Like, oh, they would just choose a random queen.
Live, do it.
Okay, work. Matt,
I'm all
choose
for
someone
it.
who cannot get points.
All
next
for
week.
it. All
Okay,
for
so
it.
this is extra fun because I don't remember who's on whose team.
Okay.
So next week is girl groups.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to block.
Remember, Mia Star was a dancer, and she went on all those tours. That's
You
all I'm
can't
saying.
do that.
Oh, so we're campaigning. Okay, Will, give me one of yours that,
He don't
or
got
give me
nobody.
one that Johnny should.
None of his
No,
bitches
this
can
one.
dance.
Okay, well,
Okay,
my first
Nini Coco.
instinct.
Nini Coco just won, so she can't get it.
That's too easy. My first instinct
Yeah.
for girl groups next week is Juicy Love Dion. Sorry.
See, that's what I was thinking. Like, that's what I was like. There's
Mhm.
one that can
No.
dance.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
man,
I don't
Juicy
see
can't
shit.
get points.
Juicy can't get points.
I might have just shot myself in the foot.
That's cute. That's a really great idea.
Mm.
I love that you thought that. I think that's great. Not the fact that none of my queens got blocked, but I just think that's well, wait. That means you have some really competitive queens. Next week is girl groups. That's smart. Come on, Trinity. Or was it Shay? No, it was Shay to Trinity. Yeah.
I got
Because
the plunger.
Because the next week was a sewing challenge, right?
Yeah.
And then it was Snatch Game was the following week, and Trinity was in the top, and she couldn't get no points. That was good. They need another All-Star 7.
If Juicy is the next
good.
week's winner, I'm gonna be pissed. I'll be so pissed.
First of all, next week's challenge is girl groups. I keep saying next week, but Friday's challenge is girl groups, and it is queer girl groups. So it's not like remixes or nothing like that. So this could turn out way different than what we're thinking.
Yeah.
Think of like Sylvester kind of girl group.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Then it would have been like
It's very much
to
that.
like block like VITA, Athena.
Yeah. I'm not changing my answer though.
No, that's
True.
it. It's locked in.
But-
We not
No,
editing
it's locked in. But I'm saying it's not like we are thinking like a remix challenge. It still could be a potential remix, right? But it's not like, I don't think it's going to be like upbeat and all that other stuff. I honestly think it's going to be more of like a disco kind of thing.
Ooh, I can
Like
get
very much that. That's what I'm thinking. Because
Okay.
from the description of the episode, it was like queer. Like think of like Sylvester and like other queer icons from like that era. So very much that.
Ooh, okay, so maybe I still have a chance.
You may still have a chance though. This is going to be such a fun challenge for Jhoany and myself because we are really competitive. It's getting severe up in here. Okay? So just know next week, Juicy Love Dion cannot get any points. Matt blocked her. She's got the golden plunger. She can win, but she can't get a point.
Well, this is gonna be fun.
Stay tuned to see who our next guest is and see who they decide to block. You never know. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to both of our channels. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a single episode. And as always, bye.
Bye.